Hayley, what is your topic?
Is advertising liquor on television and radio irresponsible?
Thank you, and proceed.
The more alcohol advertising kids are exposed to, the more likely they are to drink and drink heavily. David Jernigan. Commercials, as you see, are always on TV, and a lot of them are liquor. When companies create ads that are about liquor, they don't really consider what the youth's perspective are. They try to just get their product out there and get money in. Well, youths look at the commercial differently, depending on who you are. And nowadays, teens are starting to drink younger, which can be very irresponsible, and seeing these ads on TV is not helping any. I think that advertising liquor on television and radio can be irresponsible, depending on how you are and how you view it. These days, money spent on ads has increased tremendously. Last year, $18 million were spent on ads. Yes, there's a lot of ads on TV, and some of them are pointless, so they shouldn't advertise if they don't really have a point. So if they would cut back on that, it'd be a lot less money they'd spend on ads. Teens these days view 20,000 commercials on TV, and 2,000 of them are liquor related. By the time you're 18 years old, you have seen 100,000 liquor commercials, which is a lot, because there's a lot of commercials on TV, but a lot of them are liquor, which can be very influential and can be very bad. When you see liquor commercials, they try to draw you in certain ways. Some can be by famous people, which can be your role models, or it can be good-looking people or funny. They try to use role models because if it's your role model, you'll want to try to be like them. So if they're in a commercial, especially a liquor one, then you're going to want to start drinking. It's because they're your role model and you want to be like them. They use good-looking people, especially for guys. They try to get girls in commercials because guys, when they see a girl, they're kind of like magnetic to them. And so when they see the girls, they want to get the product so they can have all the girls, but it actually doesn't work like that. And when they see a funny commercial, they get drawn in because it's really funny, but it's not actually, it can be funny, but when you think about it, they're just trying to draw you in so you can be cool like them and be funny, but you're actually not. When you're advertising to youth, they try to put it on like Twitter, and Instagram, and Snapchat, and Facebook. And that draws a lot of youth in, especially if it's on Instagram, because it's on our social media websites that we look at. So when they post it on our social media websites, we see it. And when we see it, they try to draw us in. And if we see it, then we want to do it because it's on our sites. So if we think it's on our sites, we think it's meant for us. According to the Drunk Info October 2012 edition, they don't include the risk factors in commercials or on any of the social media websites because they want to draw you in, and people who don't include the risk factors can be very irresponsible. Tobacco industry these days do not do advertising or billboards. It is now illegal for them to advertise because it's, with so many causes like cancer and deaths, it's bad. So I honestly think that since tobacco industries don't do it, alcohol commercials shouldn't do that either. Well, obviously they're not going to stop advertising, but they can minimize their advertising and try to only target older adults, which can be very hard. But like, for example, during football games like the NFL game or Super Bowl, a lot of the commercials on TV are about alcohol. And so if they cut that back during the Super Bowl and they do other stupid commercial or funny commercials, it can help us out a lot. According to the Time, January 19th, 2015 edition, teens who identify the product, they start drinking or drink more. So if I see an alcohol ad and I see the product, I might drink it or want to start drinking. It's because I see it on TV and think that I could be cool because of it. And if I know what it is, then I'll obviously start. There was a study shown that 50 college students were in one room and they had another 50 college students in another room. The first 50 college students were watching the movie American Pie. When they were watching that, another room with the 50 students were watching another movie that didn't have as much alcohol in it. The 50 students who were watching American Pie, 82% of them started to drink because they saw people in the movie start to drink. So when the other room watched a movie that didn't have so much alcohol, they didn't drink as much. Only 13% of them started to drink. I believe that we shouldn't advertise as much. They shouldn't try to draw you in as much, especially younger adults, such as like social media websites. And they shouldn't advertise as much as we should. They should be like the tobacco industry, and they should start cutting down. Have you ever been influenced by advertising?
Thank you.